I was tempted to record this week's show in your apartment. Can you imagine? I was recording in your apartment because everyone out there, I have the keys to Michelle's place. It's a long story, but I do. So I thought that would have been funny, but I didn't do it. I didn't do that.
That actually would have been hilarious because
And not tell
I'm
you.
up here.
Wait, what? What? Doesn't that look familiar? I don't know what you're talking about. I got a virtual background. That was really you out.
You can get my apartment as a virtual background for Zoom.
Oh,
it's in the top 10.
It's very well documented that that's possible.
Exactly.
I'm Steve Reich, actor and lawyer based in New York here. And Michelle, why don't you give us your little spiel?
I'm Michelle Fix. I am a comedian, and I have also worked in fashion and home. Oh my goodness, there's a Frito-Lay truck down there.
A chip or a truck?
A Frito-Lay truck.
Okay, because a chip wouldn't be newsworthy, but a truck, did you get a big delivery?
Exactly. It's pandemic style. I don't just order from Amazon. I go direct to the manufacturer.
That's the future. Costco, Trader Joe's, they're gone. It's just straight to consumer.
That's right. Everything direct to consumer. Everything.
Sign here. You
know what? Okay, so I'm going to say, I bet you that Usher, because this is like the newest fad, the newest trend, whatever, is pansexual.
Thank you for being so dismissive of that entire subgenre of human, by the way. Whatever. No,
it's just like, it's suddenly become very, listen,
it has not suddenly,
people's identity is very fluid or whatever, but there are trends that groups of people jump on regardless of what the category is, whether it's sexuality or politics or whatever.
Okay.
They'll jump on something.
Okay.
And that's the latest one.
If you could just turn, I can't hear you because Fox News is so loud in your background.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. Very good. It has not just happened. It's that people are now more comfortable expressing those things. It's not like it's been around forever.
Of course it has.
It ain't that's
where the pan flute comes from.
It ain't a phase. I
didn't say it was a phase.
One.
I didn't say it was a phase.
You said people just hop on it, but it's hop on it. So that infers that it's a phase for some.
No, it infers, and I meant that it can be a trend because
anything can be a trend.
Well, then it can be a trend too.
Yeah, but you latch on to like less than 1% of a population of a group, and you're like,
I do not.
Oh my God, that's your move.
It's not my move.
Your move.
Not my move. I just actually took one of those Harvard tests about unconscious bias.
What's a Harvard test?
Harvard University has a series of tests out.
Never heard of it.
It's somewhere near Massachusetts. It's a whole series of tests about unconscious bias, and it can be on like Arab American.
You're like, I have conscious bias.
No, it's like on 10 or 15 different topics, right? Whether it's like Republican versus Democrat, Arab sounding names, African American sounding names, gender, age, overweight people. Like, do you have a unconscious bias towards fat people versus skinny people? Like all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah. And
apparently I have a bias that is pro-Arabic people.
What do you mean? You don't like me? You're not Jewish? You're not Jewish?
I'm not Jewish.
You don't like the Jews? You all about Palestine? You don't like the Jews?
I guess so.
What does that even?
So.
Well, how did that spin out?
I don't know. This is the way I answered the questions, and then they give you your results. I know. Then they give you your results, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Like 23andMe or 23andMe, whatever. It is. You are a supremacist. You are a white supremacist. What?
Exactly. No, but I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to take some more of these and find out what else I'm pro.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
All right, well, we covered our LA time. What else you got?
Did. Well, so I think I told you that I got a citation from the city because I didn't mow frequently enough. And they're like,
tickets to lawn mowing tickets.
I got a lawn mowing ticket. And so it was like, I opened this letter and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously, does the city have no other way to make money? Like, this is what we're going to do? No. So I called the city, right? And I'm like, what is this? Did somebody complain about my yard? And they were like, no. We actually sent out 400 of them. I was like, 400? And the guy's like, yeah, well, my boss was getting pissed because he saw too many dandelions. So, and I quote, he sent us on a search and destroy mission to write as many citations as we could to all the people in town. And I was like, are you kidding me?
I smell an illustration.
I know. I was like, so clearly the city needs money. That's what this is about. This is a money grab.
Play it out. Ooh, I mean, this is like an episode of like Parks and Rec or Community or something.
I know, but it's in real life.
It's slow. We got a report with some dandelions on the loose. What? It's true, Sarge. I was driving down Lakewood.
We're like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
They're popping up like weeds. All right. I put this task team together. Special like, you hear?
Exactly.
We got one mission and one mission only. Search and destroy. Operation
Dandelion.
Dandelion no mas. Gomez. Yes, sir. Hey, Gomez. Get in here. You're leading this operation. You got your weed whacker? Yeah, I got it. You got your leaf blower? Yeah, I got it. You got your bulletproof vest? Do I need it? Probably not. All right, you guys gonna be undercover. Friends, here we go.
Exactly. Make sure you got your weed killer.
Johnson, make sure you bring your roundup.
Exactly.
It
was exactly like that. It was exactly. I was like,
you no good gumshoes back in here without dandelion blood on your hands. You hear me?
Exactly.
Sarge, all right, Sarge. Now get out of my office.
Exactly. I want 400 complaints by the end of the week. So that's totally what happened.
Then they got to collar the dandelion. Wait, who would wrap crabgrass?
So I went ahead and
they pull in, and like crabgrass is like making like making a freeze crabgrass, or you're gonna get a shot of Roundup right up your ass.
Stop, we didn't do it. I don't know any dandelions. I don't know no dandelions.
What do you know about this dandelion surge we got? What do you think I know about shut up, crabgrass. We know you know the ins and outs. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, this is small town bullshit. It's like unbelievable. So then I did my yard today. So I trimmed my privet hedge and I did a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie.
See, you're kind of lit up with that. You're pretty proud of yourself.
Well, because last time I did it, I cut divots into it accidentally, and it looked like somebody who was drunk and gave you a haircut. That's kind of what it looked like. But this time I did a better job. It looks pretty okay. So now I'm like, take that little citation.
Yeah, let's get you on something else. Sarge, bad news. That lady on CETA cleaned up a yard. Damn it!
Exactly. Well, actually, my neighbor got one for the lid was not on her garbage tightly enough.
Now, meanwhile, as we've seen, you have drug dealers running rampant all over your property. So, like, they got the time. What is the department doing?
You know what? You don't get any money in your pocket from catching drug dealers. You get money in your pocket from sending out citations and then charging the citizens of the city $100 a crack because they are in violation of something stupid. That's how you get money for the city. Because the guy who's actually the head of this whole thing, the Department of Public Works, he rakes in over 200 grand a year for a city of 26,000 people. The Department of Public Works guy in Manhattan makes 79,000.
How do you know that?
Because the local paper did an article about the grossly inflated salaries of the public servants of this small town versus other small towns. And then I looked up what the national average for that position is, which is 75,000. And this dude makes over 200 grand in a city of 26,000, while the guy in Manhattan, city of 10 million, makes like 79,000.
Yeah. Well, is your street clean?
But Steve, you know what? You just nailed it. Because you know what the most popular restaurant in town is? Tony Boffa's.
Tony Boffa's?
Tony Boffa's.
You better sit
Tony,
facing the door.
Tony Boffa's is owned by the mayor, Joe DiStefano.
I think you may have stumbled on to graft.
Maybe.
Graft.
Yeah, the more, and then the thing is, with the pandemic, we all have time on our hands. So like, the more I kind of like dig into a couple things in this town, I'm like,
I'll tell you what, everyone out there, don't give Michelle a project. Not unless you want it done.
I will drill it into the ground.
Yeah, Michelle, when you get a chance, maybe I've been thinking I could use like a fireplace, but what is the bill for $48,000 in supply costs from a chimney company? Oh yeah, we're getting it shipped in next week. So if you could just, it's like all of a sudden you're out of your house because Michelle's like moved you out to do construction.
It's true.
Take it easy.
I go all in.
But like
on whatever I do.
Immediately. Which, I mean, is a great trait, I guess, but just be careful.
Well, I just don't, like, I step on the gas pedal and I'm from 0 to 120. Whereas you would take a more measured approach to things.
I take the scenic route.
Yeah, you're like, you know what, let me just go from 0 to 20 to
I go
40.
on the Santa Barbara wine trail.
You do.
Where you've already like lapped me 3 times in a jet plane.
Exactly. Because it's me and Elon Musk going to the next planet.
We got 95 years on this planet. I'm racing against time. Like, where does this sort of urgency come from?
I don't know. I've always been like this. I think it's like
random dispersed energy.
I do. I have totally random dispersed energy, but I've always been this way. And I think we're each, it's a nature nurture thing. I think that we're born with kind of an internal processor, if you will, that runs at a certain speed. And then it's like, you don't really feel at home until you kind of match the city, the industry, and the friend group and, partner, whether it's husband, wife, whatever, that you should be with for you to feel like, oh, wow, this feels natural to me now. Like everything's running on the right cylinders at the right speed. And for me, it's always just been super fast.
But have you found anyone that runs on that bullet train with you?
Not really.
They're all in your rear view.
That's true.
Maybe you should slow down.
Slow down?
Smell the roses. But you did. I mean, you moved out to the country, Is New York too slow for you?
New York is not too slow for me.
Good, because you got nowhere else to go if it is.
I don't know if you could go anywhere faster. I mean, maybe Hong Kong, Singapore. I don't know any other city is as fast as New York, except for Hong Kong or Singapore. I think they're equally fast. Maybe Tokyo, but that's a different kind of fast. I mean, there's an energy. It's so funny. This one woman who I was talking to, she's envisioning that like New York might become more European, you know, because of coronavirus and the pandemic, and that, you know, now they're kind of closing off some streets to traffic and things like that. But
all outdoor dining, it's all cafe, outdoor dining now.
yeah, it is. But it's like, that's kind of not the energy of New York or why people move to New York. It's like, that's a very European energy. And it's like, that's what you expect when you go on vacation. But when you go on vacation to New York, it's like, you want that kind of hyper warp speed.
No.
It's hard to live in, but it's like, that's what we're known for.
There's an in-between.
Yeah, it's called the Upper West Side.
Ripping people down, like running people down.
Well, you don't have to run people down. I didn't say that.
Talking and all that. I mean, honking.
I never said to run people down.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I hope it stays this way.
I'm loving it. I hope it partially stays that way, but I also hope that it doesn't lose its like.
It won't. It'll never.
I mean, when I first moved there in the late 90s, it's like there were so many cool clubs and cool things going on. And there was like this really weird, cool energy of like the meatpacking was dangerous.
That was back in the day of Bobby Bottles.
That's right, back in the day.
Bobby Bottles.
That's 25 years ago. Woohoo!
My girlfriend and I have been watching The Hills nonstop.
What's The Hills?
What's The Hills? Remember Laguna Beach?
Oh, yeah.
The MTV. So then they all graduated, and then it was The Hills.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, but that was the era. The Bobby Bottles. Here comes
yeah.
Bottles. Yeah, we want 3 bottles.
We want 3 bottles.
I can get you guys in. You
almost like
bottles. You got to buy 4 bottles. Bobby Bottles is here. We got 4 bottles. Want 3 bottles. I mean, I think that's dead. I don't think people. I mean, I haven't been to a club in years. I don't remember. There is bottle service, but it ain't. It's not the norm. I don't.
Right, but I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about like this super downtown kind of, Don, what's his face, down on Washington and Spring, or Washington and Friends.
Or Key Club.
No, it was Don something.
Called Don something.
No, I have to Google it. But it was like that kind of place.
There was Life.
And then
it was always just the rumor that Leo was in town. The Bowery Bar.
No, this is pre that. When I'm talking about like 95, 96, when it was like the cooler was open in the meatpacking district and it still had the meat hooks on it. You know, I didn't go to the tunnel because that was a little too much.
This is right when Sex and the City was
exactly. So like Hell was open in the meatpacking district. XL was there, like this other gay lounge that had like there was this really cool vibe. And then like in the Union Square area, like where there's that theater under near Stella Adler, that used to like host these once a week parties where it was like this DJ called Trisket.
That was a Naked Angel space.
It was, yeah, but like this DJ called Trisket would do things, and every week was like a different theme. So the like 1 week it would be Cuba in the 1940s.
DJ Trisket.
Cuba in the 1940s, and then they had these films, you know, projected on the walls, and Trisket was spinning music, but it was like salsa music from the 30s and 40s.
That's cool.
And it was just that kind of stuff. And then they were only serving like, you know, 2 drinks, and they were both, you know, like authentic to that era. It was like there were private kind of things where it was like invite only, or you had to like know somebody who knew somebody kind of thing. But like
I remember
that stuff doesn't really exist now.
I remember when I was here as a student in like 99, and a buddy of mine and I would just go down to like Soho or the Middle Village and just bash rum and cokes. just bash them. And like,
Oh
we
yeah.
smoked cigarettes for like hours indoors. I mean, horrible, disgusting habits, but like just a different time. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
What an era. And we
Oh
probably
no.
won a $100 tab.
Oh yeah, but for that $100, you got more than 2 drinks.
Right.
Now it's like, every you try to get a martini at some place like the Standard or whatever, and it's like $22.
It's around there.
22, 24. Yeah, somewhere in that area. It's just like absolutely ridiculous. I'm looking this up. I'm seeing if I can find it because I know that was like down on like Greenwich Street or Washington Street.
Find it and we'll insert it.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah.
You know what? If I can find a $48,000 fireplace and have it installed in 3 days, I can do this.
I'll get a text tonight at 4 a.m. Found it. No, better yet, a knock on the door. No.
I found it. It's called Don Hills.
Don Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were so well known. It was like one of those clubs where it was like fashion companies, like fashion shows would have their after parties there. I mean,
if anybody out there wants to see what it was like back then, that's American Psycho era.
Yes.
Late
yes.
80s.
No, it's 95, 96.
90s, yeah.
Yeah. It was like when Prada nylon bags became huge. I mean, everything in my life is on a fashion timeline.
No good fashion there.
Okay, do we have time for me to tell you one story that is similar to your locking eyes?
Yeah.
So I went to the 1996 CFDA Met Gala.
In 96, mind you. She didn't use TTA.
No, I was actually there.
Travel agency.
So it was one of the first like big overblown, very, very publicized ones with the red carpet going up the Met. I was working for Hiroshi. Yeah, I was working for Hiroshi at the time. And Alexander McQueen had just become our designer. So we had a table, right? And first of all, our table was amazing. I was right next to McQueen, which was like freaking me out. And it was the time when he was wearing one completely black contact lens. So when you would look at him, it was like one normal eye and one that was completely black. So at the table, before the meal comes, he takes his contact lens out and he just puts it on the table. And I was like, whatever. It's like, whatever.
He's like, I can't eat with his own because I can't see.
Exactly. I can't see what I'm eating.
I can't see it. This is so hard.
But that wasn't even the big thing. Princess Diana was there.
The Paris of her day.
Oh, bigger than Paris. Huge. Oh, it's like in real life, everybody, and that room was filled with people. All the top models, Galliano, Arnaud was there. This was before all of the shitty celebrities started to come to all these things.
Jaw dropper.
No, it was legit fashion people in the industry and the clients of haute couture. So the money in that room was outrageous, right? And everybody wanted to be near Diana. Everybody. And she walked right by me to go to the bathroom. Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Locked eyes. And I was like,
Did you?
No, she didn't. She just she had the kindest eyes. And she would just kind of lock eyes with people just to be like, acknowledge you as a human. And I was just like, oh,
she
acknowledged me as a human. Yeah. No, but it was amazing because I was just like, oh, wow, I feel more human now. I feel like I've been acknowledged by an angel of mercy.
Do you blame yourself for her death?
100%.
Oh, I think it was a little bit. 100%. No. The paparazzi. It was the pressure. It was the driver. The driver was hammered. It was King Ferruzi or whoever she was dating. They were all scumbags.
Yeah, no, there was a lot going on with that. Because then actually where our offices were in Paris was within walking distance of where she died. And so, we had
like 100 in the tunnel.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was like horrific. But we would we would go like see, and the outpouring of flowers and stuffed animals and notes and trinkets and memorabilia. Oh my God. It was like literally 6 months later, it was still overflowing with things. I mean, she had such impact on the fashion industry, but also on just so many. Like,
oh, I mean, she was a special lady, but my favorite royal remains Prince Philip.
Prince Philip, why?
Because he don't give a fuck.
Oh.
He's such a badass. I've watched The Crown. If you haven't seen it out there, it is like...
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, you would love it.
Okay, I have to watch it.
It's like Downton Abbey with an edge. I mean, it's just awesome. The
Okay.
acting is incredible. The cinematography is incredible. And Matt Smith, the actor who played Doctor Who for many years, plays Prince Philip of the Duke of Windsor. Queen Elizabeth's husband, for those not in the know. He's great at it. But if you research, because I watch all this stuff and then I research the real people because I got time. And Prince Philip is such a badass. Like you'll look at photos and he's just like got these shades on with like models hanging around. He's like, and Matt Smith, the actor who played him in the first year, which depicted Prince Philip when he was younger and she courting and then marrying Elizabeth, who became queen. Apparently, a friend of his was with Prince Philip at some sort of function. And the friend said to Prince Philip, he said, so I think it was, or something like, let me step back. I believe that's right, Prince Philip met Matt Smith, and Prince Philip said, are you involved in this crown nonsense? And that's like Matt Smith is like, well, yeah, kind of. He didn't say that he played him or something. There's something like this story. I'm butchering it, and Prince Philip goes, and then so Smith was like, do you watch it? Prince Philip goes, God, no.
It's like I lived it.
And it's about him. And he's like, oh,
God, no.
Just
I love the British.
A badass. This guy's just like, oh, he's just a fucking son of a bitch. Doesn't care.
Really?
Oh my God. Oh, he hates the family. He was Greek, and they gave him a hard time, and he was like an innovator. He thought the family was stodgy, and he tried to take. He's just a bull. He's just like a alpha male. He's like a caged tiger.
Oh, I had no clue.
Yeah, no, he's so cool. He's just such a jerk. Oh God, no.
Okay, now I really have to watch it.
I'll have to look it up, and I may have to correct it in a future episode because I think the real story is even better than the way I told it. But yeah, he completely poo-pooed the whole thing. And apparently Queen Elizabeth watched it a couple times because her kids, which one? I think it was Prince Andrew. No, not the pedophile. Not Prince Andrew. I think it was Edward or one of them. And his wife were like, we're fans. So they're like, we have mum over. We have mum over once in a while. We were so excited, and she watched it with us. And she quite liked it. But then she didn't like one of the episodes towards the end because she thought that it made Philip look mean. Happened at all.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Can you imagine?
Okay, I have to watch this. I mean, I avoided it because I was like, you kind of know the story already, so what's the point?
Good. It's so...
Okay.
Helena Bonham Carter plays Princess Margaret, who is just like a lush lunatic.
Oh, okay. Then I gotta watch it. I have so much TV to watch. It's not even funny. There's so much good TV out there. I'm like, oh my God, I have so much TV to watch.
Can you imagine, like, Queen Mum, hurry, come, it's starting.
You're coming on right now. You're all gonna miss yourself.
Just hit pause. I'm getting tea. That's my favorite part I'm such a royal file. My favorite part in the movie The Queen with Helen Mirren is when she has somebody in her dining room. I don't remember where. It's like halfway through the movie, and she's like, come in. She goes, oh, it's my favorite time. It's time for tea.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Time for tea.
It's time for tea.
Oh, the British.
It's Philip, man. He's the guy.
Okay, I'm gonna watch a couple.
He's involved with crowd.
Check him out.
Crowd nonsense. That doozer for me.
That doozer for me too. Can I show you somebody before we sign off?
Green, and I was like, Why is that not say recording? It was recording. Hello, Bog. Hello. There you are.
There he is.
You are doing what you do so well. Dreaming.
Oh, he's actually dreaming. Do you see his paws moving?
He's dreaming.
He's dreaming.
Yeah, he's dreaming of
He's
a
dreaming. He had twitchy paws.
Yeah. All right, darling, I'm hitting stop.
Okay.